But I don't know how I've used so much data on my phone because I'm always on Wi-Fi. And especially Instagram. I don't...
TikTok.
Like... TikTok was number 2, but Instagram being number 1 is very odd to me. And I do scroll Instagram, but I... Hang on. Maybe I'm not connected to my Wi-Fi or something. Like the Wi-Fi symbol's on, maybe I'm not actually on it. Probably check. I mean, I'm on unlimited data, so it's not like it matters anyway, you know? But... It wants me to enter the password to my Wi-Fi. Maybe I haven't been on my Wi-Fi. Maybe that's why it doesn't work to send videos to my TV in the living room, huh?
You have it set to automatically join your Wi-Fi?
It should be. But it wants me to type in the password for my Wi-Fi, which to me means my phone's not on Wi-Fi right now, you know? Shocker. Back it up.
Good thing I wasn't using data on my phone to watch.
I had it on the PC, so I was using my Wi-Fi. Don't worry.
Oh, I was using my my 5 megabyte download to watch it.
Pepper, I'm not a boomer, okay?
Just a sooner.
It's just sometimes, and that makes a lot of sense, though. Sometimes I turn off my Wi-Fi. Like if I'm trying to do something while streaming, I'll turn off my Wi-Fi.
Yeah, it's like for me, I have my phone Wi-Fi off.
And I'm assuming that once upon a time when I did that and then I put my Wi-Fi back on, it just didn't, it didn't take, you know? Although I have Wi-Fi usage too, so I don't know what's going on, man. Kind of weird.
You just broke something again.
I don't know. Pepper, I'm not a boomer.
And then with TeamSpeak randomly breaking yesterday, I was on.
And I didn't do that. I don't care what
So
Carson says.
You were in AFK.
I was in my house making dinner. Okay, so on my mobile data usage, you know what? I must have turned off my Wi-Fi like the other, like a while ago. And then I've been using, so apparently according to this, my Instagram's 4.7 gigs. I don't know how that's possible. I don't spend that much time on Instagram compared to TikTok which is like 4.6 gigs. So right there too, I guess. But I feel like I spend a lot more time on TikTok than I do on Instagram. Well, I don't know.
Wait, why is my internet on?
Fire Shadow, what's going on, man? How you doing, sir?
Yes, for my current period, I got 89.5 gig.
Yeah, but that's, remember on iPhone, it's different.
Ah.
Your current period might be like 3 years.
My current period was January 9th.
Okay, since January. Yeah, we had this conversation back. Yeah, I remember this. And a bunch of people reset it, and then they got mad at me because they reset it. And they're like, oh man, I should have left it. Remember?
I don't care.
Okay. And then my mobile data usage, or wait,
I pay the bill.
My Wi-Fi usage. You know what? It all makes sense now. Because my Wi-Fi usage, I can show you this, right? Yeah, there's nothing on here that you guys can't like see. See that line, that bar graph there? Or whatever you call that? That's my
TikTok.
No. But see how it goes up and then just like goes across and doesn't go any higher?
Yeah, flat lines.
That must be when I turned off my Wi-Fi. And I haven't been connected to my Wi-Fi in I don't know how long. Been almost a month. Hey, this doesn't like turn on here at all, does it? Hold on, Bessie.
I'd probably turn that front wheel assist steering on, probably.
Yeah, I got 4-wheel steer on.
I don't think it's.
I don't. This cultivator to me, I don't like it. I never have. Or this Discaro, whatever they call this thing. I have not really liked it. I think that's why it was probably on that weight, because then it turned sharper, right?
Well, I usually don't have four-wheel steer turned on that tractor.
Just run front wheel steer?
Yeah.
Okay.
Seems like on that kind it acts a little bit better.
Well, then you just can't turn it sharp in general, so.
Then you at least can turn.
True. And you actually make a, like, back and forth pass or run skippers? I don't know. This is my first time cultivating on this map. I think, period.
I usually just run skippers because it seems like skippers go faster.
Oh my god, this thing gave me 50 acres. Oh, maybe I'll go get the John Deere out, huh? Keepers. I mean, I guess it does turn, but I don't know. I've never been a fan of that one. I think we should, let's see. We should probably, oh, I did put on the cotton DLC today, so I'm planning on planting cotton today. Which means I'll have to get some kind of planter. Not much fire, just, you know, living life. I think we should change. We should upgrade to something different. How big is this one actually? 16 meters. Go back. I think part of my problem on this one might have been the hill. Doesn't like this hill at all. All right, there we go. Let's go. Maybe I should put it on the back of the tractor and drive backwards. That's kind of what I was wondering, Leonard. I noticed it was hooked up that one day. That it does turn better, huh? 16. Yeah, never mind. We could go to like the yellow one, I guess. Yeah.
The Flexi coil I think it would be too big for the map.
Flexi coil is a big old pig to pull around, yeah.
And plus you got the ridges to go through.
Yeah. All right, we're gonna go do the Leonard trick. Go get that weight. Which I know is gonna be super realistic, chat. Okay. I think if I gave myself another end row, it would definitely help as well. So I wonder if that's why my phone's been so slow lately at home. I'm like, man, my internet must be terrible. It's because I'm on data, not Wi-Fi.
Yeah, I'm the same way. I'm slow on data.
What an idiot. I wonder if I can cast the... I don't know if my TV's on the living room right now. Because I haven't been able to cast stuff to my TV lately. Which, you know, it helps if they're on the same network. Oh, you know what? Man.
You know, TV ready for FBI tonight?
Is it actually new?
Uh...
It is new tonight, isn't it?
Yeah, this week is.
Oh, man. We're going to be at the farm.
I don't know about next week. But...
Probably not. We'll have to watch it tomorrow night or something.
But at least we don't have the NBA, or not the NBA.
College basketball anymore? It's done, right?
Yeah. I think.
I'm
I don't know.
pretty sure.
I don't keep up with sports.
I don't keep up with basketball. Or really anything.
If it's on, I watch it. If not, oh well.
Alright, I got the weight. We're gonna try the weight. Seems super legit, but we're gonna try it.
But if silage ride on the front, it would be realistic.
I could put another weight on the front and make it look real good. At least it matches my rims, you know, the weight, or it's not actually the right red, but it's close enough. Close enough. Now I should be able to turn my four-wheel steer on, right? I bet I can with this. Not rear steer, not crab steer, not crab steer the other way. There we go. Oh, yeah. Now we can turn. Now we got
I think
this.
it's the way that Giants has their
Collisions or
the
something.
collisions.
Kind of annoying, not gonna lie. Which I think, Leonard, didn't you have a mod for that? But it caused conflict with something else? Yeah, average up. What's going on, man? How you doing, man? I wonder, I'm pretty sure Leonard was talking. Wasn't he talking to you about that, Trent? Like
I
some
think he was, yeah.
turning mod was conflicting with something else.
I forgot what it was. We were talking really late about mods.
Dude, this is the strat. This thing turns on a dime now. Actually, okay, I turned so sharp, but I turned too sharp. Okay. Wow. Pretty lit, by the way. Oh, so I was talking yesterday that they started planting corn in the area. Dad went to the farm last night to cut asparagus, and he said it was insane how many tractors were out putting corn in the ground.
They saw one guy heading in the field with a cultivator, another guy with an hydrous bar.
Nope. That time of year, Red, what's going on, man?
It's hard.
Yeah.
I can't do anything until next year.
Caused a conflict for a sprayer we don't use. Okay. Gotcha. I mean, this works. Just putting us, putting the weight on here works. Yeah. It looks a little goofy, but hey, gets the job done, you know. Gets the job done.
I wonder if Giants has a collision on set for that 3-point.
Could be. I don't know. They said we could upgrade them. Got the horsepower.
I know for some modded tractors and some implements, kind of depends on where the collision is.
Yeah. We got 450 horsepower, so we could. That takes 500. Never mind. We would need more horsepower to get a different cultivator. Don't have money for a tractor at this point. Maybe after cotton. I gotta buy some kind of seeder to put the cotton in the ground still. Haven't done that yet. But I guess if we're doing it, might as well do all our fields in cotton, huh? All 3 of our fields.
Might as well get your money out of it.
Should I plow? Should I go cultivate the grass in? Put that into cotton too? That'd be kind of funny, wouldn't it?
And replant it back in grass?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Always replanting grass. Not a big deal. You know, grass back in the day was such a nightmare because you actually had to plow it back out. You know, way back in the day. So much easier these days.
Well, then you couldn't fertilize it either.
Exactly. Nope.
Basically, you're painting grass.
Pretty much, yeah. Yeah, because when you would plant it, would turn instantly green. Talking way back in the day. 13 or whatever it was. Yeah, probably 13.
13, we could plant grass, but it was painted.
It was pretty awful too. Not gonna lie, pretty bad. Wait, how fast does this go? Wait, am I able to go as fast as I want with this? How fast is this cultivator supposed to go?
I think it's supposed to go like 12 or something.
Wait a minute. Did we just hack the game?
Well,
10 miles.
Like a speed glitch.
10 miles an hour. If I had more horsepower, I could go faster. Going 18 right now. 19, 20. If I had more horsepower, I could go faster. Oh my goodness. Probably because of the weight, right?
think so.
That's incredible. Zooming. Oh, hey, here comes horseplay. Also known as Trent.
I didn't change my name.
I think it's the weight, Sean. I think it's the weight. We are cracked, Leonard. Yeah, dude, I'm rolling. I'm gonna get that other field done in no time. Going 18, 20. I could probably go faster, but 20's enough. Just saying, 20's enough for now. So, Trent, you want to plant some cotton? Gotta get some kind of cedar, though, huh? We don't have one of those yet. We do not has.
Buy or lease the Great Plains.
I would say Great Plains is probably the option, right?
Either that or the versus sad.
You want it with the 3-point or the, just like the regular pin hitch?
Probably 3-point.
I say 3-point, I feel like it turns better, right?
Yeah.
Alright, well, it's ours. We bought it.
It really wasn't too bad. I only felt like a slight.
Why did it say Courseplay entered the game? Because that's Trent's name right now.
Because we got Courseplay in the game.
I am cracked at Farm Sim, my guy. Yep. Of course. Of course.
The trasher that Courseplay opens on my right mouse button. Yay.
Oh, yeah. We should have pulled it with the other hitch, Trent. We could have pulled it with the weight then. Should have bought it with the other hitch. Oh well. Leonard wants me to start charging every time somebody changes their name in TeamSpeak or the server, Trent. 30,000 bits. Every time somebody changes their name. What am I, Microsoft? You gotta pay to change your name? No?
Kinda glad I'm not on Xbox because
Yeah.
it's gonna cost me to change my name.
Oh man. No, 30,000 bits would be $30.
I was gonna say that's like $30.
Yeah. Every bit's a penny. Every bit's a penny. And every bit matters. Yeah. So it'd be $30 to change your name. It seems right. Alright, we're gonna give ourselves more end rows on this field. Saying. How fast can I go? Can I, like, with this tractor? You know what, Sean? I do. I really need to work on hooking that up, huh? It's not fully hooked up to the rig yet.
I feel sorry for you.
I mean, I don't know how much I'm going to play, but I am going to play.
Oh, it's still Xbox.
I know. We're not doing corn yet. We're doing cotton. Voice pop crack thing? We're doing cotton.
Wait on the front.
We're doing cotton this time. But in buying the cotton equipment, we will be able to, or we bought the planter, so we can do corn, yes. We're just not doing it this time. We do have headers for it, so we will have to do it.
Technically, we could.
Yeah, we have nothing preventing us from doing corn. We're just doing cotton first. That's all.
And corn.
Sure. That's fine. Alrighty. And roast for days. Let's go. We're doing all the fields. We're doing all the equipment or all the fields we own in cotton. What we're gonna do. And we're actually gonna be using the John Deere Cotton DLC. It's turned on right now. It'll be turned off by Saturday, but between today's stream and Thursday, we'll get it done. I don't know how far we'll get today, but yeah, by then we should be done.
I'm kind of thinking Sarge would be in here.
He might show up later. You never know. It's all good.
There's the wait.
All right, where's my GPS line gonna take me here? I'll probably just that's not do at all.
I think it's sure heavy on the back of the T8.
Use the Deere.
Have more horsepower?
Which one does? Deere should have
yeah.
more, no?
Yeah, just a little.
Yeah. What I kind of thought, but I didn't know. All right. GPS on. Put it in the ground. Go. Go, go, gadget. Cultivator. At 20 miles an hour. 20 is as fast as I can go, by the way. Even just holding, like, the W key down. 20 is as fast as I can go. So, yeah. It's the whole thing. But 20 is pretty fast, you know? I feel like those poor rolling baskets would implode. Going that fast.
I mean, the rolling baskets on the current cultivators go like 12 mile an hour.
True. Just, it's a lot, you know? Oh. Fast, man. Need high-speed bearings. Or higher speed bearings. How about that? Okay. I don't understand these people that call 911 or call the police department. I guess they don't always call 911, but call the police department to report something that happened 2 weeks ago. Why are you calling now? They're reporting leaving the scene of an accident that happened 2 weeks ago. Why? Why are you reporting that? Seems like a waste of time to me. But hey, what do I know?
Usually by then it's either been replaced or it's in the shed or something.
Like, that's too long. I don't know. Seems weird to me. All right. I wonder if I had probably a quad track, get me all the horsepower of the John Deere, the 9RX. Like, how fast could I pull a cultivator with this, like, setup, you know?
Probably as fast as the tractor.
And I'm only able to go like 19 or 20 with this. I feel like it's
east-west line is going north-south. That makes sense.
They're all messed up again, Trent. It's constant. I don't know if it's this map and GPS don't get along or what the deal is. Thanks for that follow. Appreciate you. Welcome to the flock. How's it going? Welcome on in.
I think it's a multiplayer thing.
We've never had this problem though until this map. And it was doing it before Courseplay got added, so. Probably Leonard, yeah. Realize insurance won't pay unless you have a police report. Fair play. Yeah. Forgot about that. Probably why, yeah. But no, since like day one on this map, we were having issues. So, I don't know. Kind of weird, man. Kind of weird. Probably not for a couple weeks, Sean. I need to like have a lot of stuff to do on that map, you know, before I start streaming it. You know? So probably stream this one for another at least week. Maybe more. Trent, Go to the other field. It's already cultivated for you. Field 1's ready to go.
I was just gonna do the big one to get it out of the way.
Yeah, but I'm just getting going here, you know? Yeah, field 1's ready. 2021's not yet, but field 1's ready for you. So. Yep. And actually, I think I'm gonna have to hit the
H.
I'm gonna have to hit the H button, run the house for a couple minutes here. Need a little break. So I'm going to do that, and no, I don't have my new BRB thing yet. I'll be back, chat.
Yep.
I don't have my new BRB thing set up yet, chat, so unfortunately you just get the bouncy logo. But I'll be back in a couple minutes, guys. I got to run the house. Alrighty, chat. Sorry for dipping on you guys like that. I had to run, and my aunt had stuff for me to look at in the house. Truck Fat Man, I don't know if you're still here or not, but thank you so much for the raid. Welcome in, guys. I do appreciate that. Let's see. 6 minutes ago? I know he had to go. Grandson was there. I appreciate you, man. NHL, huh? Man. I kind of want to... I actually would love to play an NHL game. But you have to log into the stupid, like, EA stuff. So we all know how I feel about EA, so... Is it EA? No. Maybe it is EA. I don't know. It's one of those stupid ones that you have to, like, log into. Yeah, I think it is EA. We have to, like, log into other stuff to play the game, and you're like, no. No. No, I don't like it. They said follow as well. It just came through. Appreciate you. I don't know why there's no alert. Kind of weird. All right, let's get back into TeamSpeak. We got it. There it is. There's the alert. Thank you. And chat, thank you guys so much for being kind to, you know, somebody coming in and raiding. That was nice. Leonard, Pepper. Appreciate you guys. Kind of holding down the fort while I was away. My aunt has a ceiling fan that's not working. Anybody know about ceiling fans? I guess I just need to replace it. I don't know. Let's get back into TeamSpeak. Hello?
Whoa. Hello?
What's going on?
Oh, not much.
Sarge, how's it going?
I'm doing good. How are you guys doing?
Great. Living life, man. Just cultivating away. I mean, my hired guy was, but, you know.
Right.
I should have course played it, huh?
Hey, that's a pretty long break, 'cause I basically got done with this.
So, like, I used the bathroom because that's what I had to use the bathroom, okay, you know?
Yeah.
And then my aunt was like, come here and look at this. I'm like, what? The ceiling fan in her room she hangs out in all the time doesn't work. So.
I thought it was
Stream
you were about
pop-
ready to say the balloon that we
What?
just watched.
No.
NASA.
No. Stream popped up on your recommended and super chill. Well, thank you, man. I appreciate it. I'm super chill. That's, oh my goodness. Breaking stuff over here. You know a little bit about them? It's one that has a remote control, and the remote works for the light side, but it won't work for the fan. But you can, like, you push the button on the remote and you can hear it click up in the fan, and it doesn't do anything. You can pull the chain on the, and it doesn't. I think the fan, like, is just dead. So, HF follows. Well, appreciate you. Welcome on in. How's it going?
So what you're saying is it finally went kaput.
I guess that's not, I mean, it's not that old, but she uses it a ton. 'Cause, you know, it's that awkward time of year where it's like, it's just a little too warm outside to, like, have the house open.
But it's like not too cool.
But the air conditioner's not running like overtime either, you know?
Yeah.
So it gets a little stuffy in the house, I'll admit. If I was in the house, I'd probably just leave the, like, open the house up and leave the attic fan on, that kind of stuff. That did not work like I wanted it to. Why not? So, but since she's in there, I kind of don't like having, like, doors and windows and stuff open because reasons with her. So He likes to talk to everybody, and I don't appreciate that sometimes, you know. So, and then the other reason is she will sit there and like just sweat buckets and not realize that it's hot and not like, you know, turn a fan on or anything. So, but it's all good. We are not plowing the taters under. We harvested taters last week, Mrs. Professor. Yeah, this is all one field now. It's a good sized field for this map. And yeah,
Cotton.
we're planting cotton. We turned on the John Deere Cotton DLC, which we don't ever use. We're only going to have it on probably today. We'll turn it off by Saturday. Today and probably Thursday to harvest all this. We'll see. Might get it done today. I don't know. We will see. And yeah. The chain might have the fan turned off. Remotes are weird. I guess that could be an option, Leonard. Yeah. I don't know, but I would like, I pulled the chain and then like hit all the buttons on the remote and nothing happened, then pull the chain again to like go through the different, but I can't get it to work like at all.
Does the batteries in the remote be changed?
Possibly, but it turns the light on and off though. That's the weird thing. It still works for the light side. It just doesn't work for the fan side. I mean, you know, I don't know. It's weird. Very strange. So I don't know what to do. Probably just have to go, just go get a different one. That one's been up there like 8 years, I guess. So it's been a while. So, which is, it's funny because she kind of hangs out in 2 rooms. She has like her bedroom and then like the room where she has like a table and she does like some crafts and basically sits in there and dozes off and watches TV, you know? And, she'll uses the ceiling fan like crazy in that room, but never turns it on in her bedroom. It's just like, I don't, okay. Maybe that room has more windows so it gets hotter in there. Because it has 3 windows, so it's a corner room. I don't know. Have to probably get a different one. That is all. Yeah. Might be worth opening it up and taking a look inside, Leonard. Yeah, something. The remote, the switch part could have come like unwired or something. Yeah, or the, I don't know. I don't hear any like popping or sizzling going on in there. You know. Don't have any arcing.
Nothing burning like one else's tractor.
No, nothing burning. I don't know. It's just kind of weird. But it's just that like awkward time of the year where it's like just a little too hot for air conditioning or to not have air conditioning on, but yet the air doesn't really run a lot. Like the other night, my dad's like, yeah, I woke up like sweating head to toe. And I'm like, yeah, because you're used to your room being, you know, 65 and all of a sudden now it's our air set on like 70. 73. So, I mean, you're not used to it yet. And you still, you know, pile the blankets on because that's what you're used to. I mean, I know I do.
I have a comforter on my bed year round.
I can't sleep without being under a blanket. Well, I can. I just sleep better under a blanket. I don't know what it is.
If you're sleep deprived or not.
Well, I mean, I can sleep in a recliner. Give me 5 seconds. I'll be asleep in a recliner.
After you play Automation Empire?
I don't know what you're talking about, Trent. Sarge, have you seen any of that game?
No, I haven't.
I feel like you would actually really like it.
Oh, my.
With like the sorter stuff, you know? It's... Yeah.
Kind of like logistics.
Because you can be like very organized or you can just, well, be like my map.
Or it could be like mine too.
Oh, I got you, Leonard, yeah. We, like, I don't know, man. I grew up, this is going to sound really strange, but the first ceiling fan that we had in our house was actually a reclaim from the people that lived at the farm. They put ceiling fans in the farmhouse, and then after the 95 flood, they moved out and they left their ceiling fans. Well, they were up high enough they didn't get damaged by the flood. So we brought them home and put them in our bedrooms. So.
Well, I mean, makes sense. They're still pretty good, and
Yeah. So I don't really have a ton of experience with a ceiling fan. They're nice to have, though. It can be very nice. So, yeah. And then, like, the one ceiling fan we have, it has, like, the small base bulbs. And they're just kind of annoying to find in, like, LED and stuff. And for some reason, my aunt, she's just, like, eating light bulbs there for a while. I don't know what. I tell her she has them on too much, but I don't know. That's just me.
yeah.
I mean, it's like. It's partly cloudy, but mostly sunny here right now, right? Like it's full sun outside, we'll say right now.
That's the same way for me, yeah.
I go in the house and she's got lights on in at least 3 rooms right now. It's like
lights on any room.
It's like you're not in 3 rooms, so why do you need lights on in 3 rooms?
Like I have the front door open to the porch.
Yeah. I mean, I know where I'm sitting I have lights on, but that's for my green screen. I wasn't streaming right now, I would have no lights on out here. Maybe it's something to do with getting older. I don't know. Actually, fun story. Maybe kind of gross, but kind of funny. Here lately, everything I say, especially towards my aunt, it's like, hey, dinner's ready. And she'll just kind of look at you and go, huh? Or what? And it's like she can't hear.
Oh, like my grandmother, she turns up the TV really loud.
Some people don't like them at all, yeah. Trent, has she ever been to the doctor and had her ears cleaned? Your
Doesn't
grandma?
want hearing aids yet.
No, ever had them cleaned.
Oh, I don't know.
Maybe you need your ears cleaned.
Not mine. I can hear the TV on the other side of the house.
So, apparently last night after dinner while I was streaming, my dad took my aunt to an urgent care. It's like, it's hard to get a regular doctor appointment and whatever, right? So he took her to an urgent care and had him clean her ears. And apparently it was quite bad. And she can hear the future now. Because the past like 2 weeks, I'm like, God, we got to get her some hearing aids or something. Like, this is getting terrible. Like, she can't hear anything. Like, I open the door from the garage to the house, and I can hear her TV all the way on the other end of the house. And I walk in the house, I'm like, oh my God, it's just like, it's like a movie theater volume level, you know? And I walk in today, and it's nice and quiet, and I was like, oh, okay. She just couldn't hear.
Yeah, so like, I can be facing towards the cabinets and talking like with my mom and stepdad, and they'll hold me perfectly fine, but she'll ask me to turn around, so
Yeah. Well, I mean, she's got some age to her probably, right? So.
And some earwax.
Yeah. Next time she goes to the doctor, they should be like, hey, clean her ears. I did have to go. I had to get it done one time at the doctor. It was so bad. Like I was basically in tears one day when I woke up. It hurt so bad. And literally we called and they're like, well, if it's that bad, go to the emergency room. And I'm like, no, I'm not going to the emergency room. So they're like, well, you can come in at like noon. Okay. So I go in there and like Doc took one look and he's just like, oh my God, dude. Like, what are you doing? I can't remember. I think it was my right ear. I don't remember which ear it was. But one ear was great. There was nothing in one ear. The other ear, it looked like a cigarette butt. It was like that size when it came out of my ear. And oh my God, it was like, it was the weirdest like sound of that, like coming out like that moving. He like took warm water and like sprayed it in my ear. And that like when it started moving, it was the weirdest, like most satisfying, most like pressure relief. Oh, it was so nice. It was so good to get that out of my ear. But I went. Oh, Trent, I just cultivated over your Andro.
Let's get all this. Make it.
I didn't realize.
Turn.
I didn't realize you had an Andro planted there. My bad.
That's my only end row.
Okay, I'll avoid it from now on.
That's good.
But yeah,
I'll
I
go back through anyway down there.
okay, that's fine. I went from just like a 9 out of 10 on the pain scale to a 0, like that fast. It was incredible. And he asked me if I wanted to keep it, and I was like, no, I don't.
Wants to keep their
It would have been a good thing to like gross out my entire family with. Like my mom was with me, and she's just like, it was bad. It was really bad. So I guess this is since my aunt's been living with us for like 7-8 years now. Apparently this is like the second time where they've had to go get her ears cleaned by the doctor or a doctor or a medical personnel, you know, medical
somebody
person.
with a medical degree.
Make a candle. Ah. No, Matt. No. Oh God.
You're gonna need a lot of wax.
That would be nasty. Oh God. Yeah, that was bad though, dude. When I had that wax jammed up in there. Oh, bad.
Well, on a different note, you know that little project I've been kind of talking about and sending pictures about?
The one where you're digging past,
Yeah.
like farm equipment back out of the ground.
Uh-huh.
Huh?
I sent you something on Instagram of what it kind of looks like.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
I've been dying to see this. I've been telling my dad about it, and I've been waiting.
Well, it's not mine, but it's like this similar basically, but different frame.
The last thing you sent me before that was, it's a column mulcher.
Yeah.
That's what I would call it. And one lonely farmer uses that when he plants grass. Yeah. Or colopacker, column mulcher. Hey,
Well,
there's
that
a-
guy finally posted it. And I was like, oh, that's what it is. Out of the ground and not buried.
There's a Carson here on lunch.
Oh.
Hey, did you see the drop test? Oh, it's 2:00. Never mind. Were you here for? Did you see the drop test today? Man, it was a real thrilling adventure.
I've been taking the ACT for like the last 5 hours.
Oh yeah.
So no, I haven't seen anything.
They did a
You
Artemis.
weren't missing anything.
They dropped an Artemis capsule. Right,
The
Artemis.
Orion, yeah.
Orion, Artemis, whatever. They dropped it from 7 feet above a pool, and it went wink.
Yep.
And that was NASA's big test today. They were very proud of it. It was kind of lame, and it made a little splash, and that was that.
Supposed to be in 6 hour, but like, yo, mom, we're not doing anything. You want to check me out? She's like, hey, okay.
What?
In 6 hour?
6
We're
hours.
not doing anything. My last hour of the day.
Oh.
I was like, we're not doing anything. She's like, okay, I'll check you out. I was like, bet. That's why I'm here.
Mrs. Professor, that was so exciting. Not. It was.
Oh, I was
insane.
gonna put your title and stuff to Automation Empire, by the way, last night.
Wow. I do want to show it on stream here soon, though. Because I think what I want to do is like show off my map that I have now,
Yeah.
and then like start a new one on stream. You know, because I'm almost at the end, honestly, of my first map. Once I do, I'm researching right now using ethanol. When I get my ethanol done, I only have like 2 more things I have to do.
Wait, how do you do
Rocket.
ethanol?
How do you do ethanol? Ethanol is it's refined oil, so oil.
Yeah, oil and then
Corn.
greenhouse.
It's it would be corn. In the game, it's a little different. Yes.
Well, yeah,
thanks
in
for that,
IRL,
follow.
I know it's corn. But
Thanks for that, follow. Appreciate you. Welcome to the flock. So it's oil, oil, refined oil, so not crude, but regular oil, and you grow. You have like garden patches in the game,
yeah,
and it's the red grass, I think they call that.
Okay.
There's red grass and green grass, I believe, and it's the refined red grass. So you got to cook the red grass, transport it to a combiner where you have oil. It's a whole thing.
Yeah, I still haven't even unlocked the
And then
Binary yet.
and then if you combine the red and the green grass, it makes fruity pebbles, and you can sell the fruity pebbles. At least that's what it looks like in the little tank. It looks like fruity pebbles. I swear.
You know what?
It really does too. It's kind of weird.
So yeah, I see what you're talking about. They're all hyped up over this like water test.
Yeah, it was really lame. And they're
But,
talking
like-
about the pool's 20 feet deep, and it's like, dude, you could have dropped that in like a 5-gallon bucket, and it would have been fine, you know?
Right.
It's so
But, like,
lame.
They're like, we're about to drop our like 14,000 pound Orion capsule
Yeah,
7 feet into water.
it was really lame.
You know what I've never understood with NASA?
Why they spend money on these
Are
programs?
they still using?
Okay, you know what?
Outdated.
One of the a billion other things I've noticed with NASA,
Uh-huh.
their audio on all their streams is
It's
just terrible.
awful. Yeah, they don't spend any money on it. You can tell.
I mean, like, I get like the from like here to the space station, but from like
Yeah.
Florida to like Virginia, not whatever. I think they're in
Texas?
Virginia for this.
I don't
like-
know where they were today.
Like, why?
It was
Why
lame.
is it so bad?
Yeah. The other day when they
SpaceX's audio's better.
the other day when they were doing the relocation of the crew capsule, Crew Dragon, the one person had decent audio. There were two hosts, and the other person, like, you could tell they were remote, and every time they would like hit the button to talk, it had like the NASA kind of beep, you know, that like when they talked to the space station, it was that kind of like, it had that sound, and it's just like, what are we doing?
The like when they're talking to the Dragon capsule, the
Yeah,
beeping to say like there's something.
yeah. And then they
Nice.
kept like talking over each other the whole, like, I watched for 15 minutes. They talked over each other like 5 times.
Roman uploaded
Did he?
3 minutes ago.
Yeah,
No spoilers. I'll watch it later.
I'm not watching.
I haven't
it.
watched it. I haven't watched it either.
Hackers, no spoilers.
No spoilers.
Backers.
I really need to move that orange shirt back there, don't I?
I like it.
There's an orange shirt laying on something. I was moving last night looking at it. I need to clean up out here. That's what I need to do.
I need to crush some cans.
I actually did clean up the other day. I took all my heaters out of here yesterday. I had my propane heater sitting next to me. I had an electric heater sitting here. Took them all to the other part of the garage, so they're out of here. So I have a lot more room for activities now, you know? So, right,
When's
Mrs.
she coming
Professor?
over?
When?
Hey, just
Who?
see what they announced for Coors Field today. Coors
No.
Field's the like Colorado Rockies.
I
baseball
know what
field.
Coors Field is, yeah.
Okay.
Mile High Stadium, yeah. What'd they announce?
That's the football field, but okay. Well,
Close
it used
enough.
to be a football field. So they're hosting the All-Star game now.
I heard about that. Yeah.
Politics.
I would say it was something about politics, right? Because it was supposed to be in Atlanta, right?
Yeah, it was supposed to be in Atlanta and stuff with
Yeah.
like Georgia and stuff. So MLB chose Colorado. Then today the governor basically was like, MLB's offering us the ability, so we're gonna give the ability back to like the people.
Oh,
They're opening Coors Field up to everyone, like 100% capacity.
yeah.
All I hear is that they want money.
Wait.
And then the Texas Rangers ballpark was like 95%
Oh, wow.
capacity last night, 2 nights ago.
Wait, Leonard. We're talking about Roman Atwood, not Ron Pratt.
I know he said that as a joke.
Okay.
Yeah.
I get it, but yeah. Sean. Wait, activities? John doesn't do any. Shut up, Sean. Shut up, Sean. Anyway. You know, I'm gonna become a what's it called? Beat Saber streamer, okay? All I'm gonna play is Beat Saber. You know, that's that VR game where you did like that. I would die after the first song, just for the record. I also don't have a VR and I'm not gonna get one. So
Well, like early this morning, that tweets, and it's like, I don't see how people do like stream marathons or like 24 hours. I'd have to go to a therapist. I can barely survive my 3 hours of my chat before having to go to a therapist.
Did you? Well, what's his name? That guy that's like streaming. Like, what's his name? The guy that's doing that stream like marathon thing. He's
I don't
like,
know.
he's like days and days and days into it. Crazy. Oh. Leonard doesn't watch either one, Roman or Ron. Okay. Hey, I could run a tow truck after watching Ron Pratt, you know? He explains it like he's just so good. He's so good. Trent, we're going to end up with a second planter, aren't we?
Yeah.
Because you're like, yeah. Hey, Sarge, you're working on baling, right? Or mowing?
I'm a mowing.
Mowing? All right.
I'm a mowing
I
boy.
thought about cultivating that grass and turning all that into cotton too, Sarge. Like, if we're going to do it, let's do it. We can always
What
plan it
we
back.
doing?
Yeah,
but the
I'm just saying with
harvester's
the way
getting
the
into the
trees
gate.
are.
Oh, it'd be a nightmare, wouldn't it? I don't want to do it. I'm not going to. Don't worry. More of a joke than anything.
Frank, bro.
Yep. Oh, hello. All right, that was a good turn.
You
We're-
streaming tonight? Or
No, I'm going to my farm tonight, apparently.
are you
We
not?
we're gonna be breaking old tetanus on wheels out tonight.
Ooh.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Brown. Or is it too windy?
Drone, I'll be the one on the tractor, so I'm not gonna drone. I am gonna try to film though.
Put a GoPro up and time lapse it.
I should take my GoPro, but I guess you should. I need to charge batteries. They're kind of busted. I guess. I don't know. I haven't touched that stuff in a while.
Okay, so no on the farm anytime soon. It sounds
No,
like.
no, I have my phone to film on. It's what I've been filming on lately.
It records nicer than your GoPro.
Puts phone on charger.
It's for TikTok later.
I have, dude. Okay, I'm gonna out myself. Pepper called me a boomer earlier for talking about this.
Again, what's new?
I got a notification on my phone today saying that I used a lot of data. Right,
Okay.
used like 12 gigs of data in the last month. So it's like, hey, are you okay? And it's mobile data. And I'm like, that's really weird. I'm around Wi-Fi an awful lot. Like, I shouldn't be using mobile data.
Yeah.
Well, apparently one time I turned my Wi-Fi off like a while ago,
Probably to open something while you're streaming.
and it just it like said it was on, but it wasn't actually connected to my Wi-Fi here at the house. So I've just been on mobile data.
On my phone, when I type the Wi-Fi or the Bluetooth, it disables connections for 24 hours.
Yeah.
Unless I'd go back and turn it back on and have it connect.
But yeah, so apparently I haven't been connected to my Wi-Fi, which is probably why I haven't been able to like cast any shows to like our TV, like any YouTube videos. That hasn't been working in like almost a month now.
Yeah, so that might be an issue.
No, it's the phone. It wasn't because I'm not on the Wi-Fi. And then if you
No, I'm
look,
trying to get you a TV for your room.
I have a TV in my room.
A nicer,
YouTube
newer,
TV?
bigger TV?
It's a TV I never use, so why do I need a bigger TV?
Dude, Steam Link and you can play Automation Empire at, like
Don't tempt me, bro.
in your bed.
I have a Steam Link in my living room. I never use it.
I know, that's why I said Steam Link.
That would be kind of funny, actually. I don't think it's hooked up anymore to the. At one time, it had Ethernet going to it. I don't know if it still does. Not sure. Anyway, because like those things work on Wi-Fi, but they work a whole lot better over Ethernet. Kind of a cool concept, actually, but you know, I wonder when like a smart TV will just you can sign into Steam. That would be way cool. And just have it Steam Link to a smart TV. Is that a thing? Do you know, like, Carson, you could log into my Steam and play my games from your house without installing them. I didn't know that was the thing. Kind of cool. Neato. Oh yeah. Hey, yeah, I don't didn't know I disconnected my Wi-Fi. Yeah. That is boomer behavior, isn't it? Oh well. Happens. Sean, I'm on unlimited data. So my bill doesn't change based on data usage. Doesn't matter. The only thing that happens when I use over 15, or is it? No, it's more than that. It's a bunch. But the only thing that happens is my data will slow down, but they don't turn it off. I'm on unlimited data, but it does slow down after, I think, 35 gigs or something. I'm like not even halfway there. What it is, I have an alert set on my phone so I wouldn't use too much data back in the day. But now I don't care how much data I use. I should just go turn the alert off. To be honest. So, let's see. I think I have it set to 12 gigs because that was back in the day. Like that was a lot of data if I used that much, and with my old cell phone thing, like that would cost a lot of money. Thanks for that follow. Appreciate you. Welcome to the flock. How's it going? Let's see. Data usage. Yeah, I have it set to 12 gigs. So I hit 12 gigs today. And so then it was like, hey, just letting you know. Habit, what's going on, man? How's it going? Welcome in. Don't mind me just cultivating really fast, okay? Just cultivating way too fast. And that's okay. What's up, chat? Welcome in, guys. Thanks for that follow as well. Appreciate you guys. And actually, the other cool thing with the phone here is that I went ahead and prepaid for a year because I got a discount by doing that, of course. And so my cell phone is technically paid through December. So I'm pretty happy about that too. So I have no issues with my Surface either. Really like my cell phone plan I'm on. Pretty lit. Non-stop rain. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
You can keep it.
How much rain are they talking there, huh? Yeah. I didn't mention the name of who I'm with on purpose. Mint Mobile, not sponsored. Not a paid spokesman. Wait, what? 3 days of rain? Bruh. All right. All right, Carson. All right. 3 days of rain. Oh my goodness. I think they're only talking 1 day here. 3 days? No. Actually, wouldn't mind a little rain right now. It is kind of dry, but I know the guys are planting corn like crazy, so they probably don't want to see any rain right now.
It's planting season.
Yeah. Although some of those guys, Trent, is that a thing where you're at to plant like early soybeans?
Yeah.
Okay.
Some guys do.
There's more guys that are trying that around here this year. So they'll be planting soybeans and then planting corn. Leonard. Leonard, it's a good thing you're a dad, you know? It's kind of good, but it's a good thing you're a dad, Leonard, because you can get away with saying stuff like that. Just, yeah.
Oh wow, Leonard.
It's pretty good, right?
Yeah, that's my dad.
I'll tell my dad that joke tonight, Leonard. See what he thinks.
Then he'll think you're a dad.
Well, Carson, you know. Did you see I saw a TikTok the other day, and I don't know if you saw the same one. I didn't send it out, but it was a dude was pouring like he had like a gallon of milk, and he was like pouring it out as he walked. And
Yes.
he's like, I'm leaving a trail of milk. Hope my dad doesn't come home.
Yep.
It's so messed up. Kind of funny. And anyway, it was a good joke. Kind of like my joke about Tara. Dang it, I messed it up. Never mind.
About Tara?
Wah, 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 wah. Like that, Mrs. Professor. Like that sound. No, I was gonna tell you a joke about paper, but it's pretty terrible. Yeah. You're welcome. You're welcome for that. You know, chat.
Nobody laughed.
I know. That's the best
I
part.
had my mic off.
That's the best part, Sarge. When there's crickets afterwards, you know that's a good joke.
Do we have crickets on the soundboard?
No.
I think we need to get crickets.
Right, Leonard? Oh, man. Wah, 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 wah. There, clip that. No, don't clip that. Never mind. Don't do it. There's tractor noises. Don't do that. Oh, man.
Well, Meffer is finally getting his planter back together.
Yeah. Oh my God. Speaking of planters, Trent, you are. Actually, you know what? If I go bail for a while or help Sarge with that, like, you're knocking it out, right? I don't think we need
Just
to.
need to go fill up again.
You want an auger wagon full of seed? Grab that small one.
Probably about half
Oh.
of it.
Wait, what?
That's what I'm saying. Do the small one.
Yeah.
RS-25 EO528 fires up at one of their test facilities.
What's that?
The RS-25 engine.
Is that the NASA one? Artemis?
Yeah. Only 400 people watching this is on Twitter from NASA Space Flight. Only 400 people watching as they choose to only show it on Facebook.
Ew.
About 118 seconds of cumulative gimbal time in this test.
Wow.
It's a stand test is what they did with one engine.
Yeah.
But they only were
Interesting.
streaming to Facebook.
Gross. Some of the stuff NASA does, it just makes you go, You know? Just makes
Should
you
I
go,
just keep scrolling past, or should I watch it?
Keep scrolling. Just keep scrolling. Hey, Set Follow. Appreciate you. Welcome in. How's it going? All right, Trent. 2021's ready for you. 3 hours when you get done over there. Or something.
I mean, it's not too bad with 18 meters at a time.
True. Very true. Righty.
I wish I had my DB90 right now.
Okay, I just got to bounce. We got games today, so I'll just be back after games.
Have fun.
No.
Hey, Stu, what's up, man? Welcome in from Scotland. How's Scotland today? It's crazy. Always love the international crowd coming in, checking in from where they're at. It's insane. It is insane. Oh, Leonard. Yep. I'm cold as usual. I'm sorry. As I'm sitting here in my air conditioning running because it's kind of hot outside. And sorry, sir. I just squished you in my bed. Sorry. Excuse me. Pardon me. Sorry.
That's pretty good, Leonard.
Yeah. I mean, it's probably not wrong. You know
Well,
who
no,
should
yeah.
you know who should become the director of NASA?
Nice. Air group from NASA spaceflight.
Elon should be the director.
Elon.
Like the head of NASA. Elon Musk. Let's go. Can you imagine?
Yeah, because then all the technology would be new.
I don't foresee him doing it.
No, I don't either. He's doing his own stuff, but like
Because go from the environment he works in,
true to a government
that
environment.
environment completely different.
Just a little, yeah. Just
Yep,
a whole lot.
politics and everything else involved.
Yeah. I don't know. NASA just seems to me like it's 30 years in the past all the time. You know? That's what I see with NASA. They're just from yesteryear all the time. But I could be
I
wrong.
mean, they can't even do a flip and burn.
I mean, can SpaceX though?
Well, at least they can do a flip and burn.
SpaceX should buy NASA. Be interesting. How much is NASA worth? I don't know, because it's like a government thing, you know? Kind of things that make you go, you know?
Oh,
Imagine it'd be worth a lot.
that's not what I asked Google, but apparently Google told me NASA's budget for fiscal year 2020 is 22.6 billion.
Wow. A lot of money. A lot of
Hey.
money. Trent, you good?
Yeah, I pulled over and then tapped out.
Pulled over into a tree? Okay.
Since its inception, the United States has nearly spent 650 million on NASA.
Wow.
I guess NASA is not worth anything because
Yeah. That's true. SpaceX does need to keep pushing the envelope trying to get contracts. Yeah, it's true.
The other thing is also remember NASA is not a for-profit company.
No, it's true. True. It is a
They're a
government.
government entity, and
Yes,
there's your
it's
budget to operate off of.
true. So it's hard to put a worth on that, right?
Outside of assets.
Yeah. There's Habit copy pasted $1 billion or trillion. Sorry, trillion. Because I mean, they do have a lot of assets and land and all that stuff. I would assume, or however that works. Because you got, I don't know. It's confusing, honestly. I feel like it's a whole thing. This is an appropriate size baling tractor, correct? Definitely.
Is. Whatever it is.
I'm running the Kloss.
backwards.
No. Forward. The Russians might be in the 70s there, Mrs. Professor. The Russians are... Ooh, a Soyuz launch is rough. Yeah, those are very rough.
Say NASA's probably in like
Yeah, they're definitely not as bad as the
80s.
Russians. The Russians are... Yeah, it's old technology there. But, you know, it works. And at some point, that's got to be worth a lot, where it's reliable, it's safe, and it works.
Sometimes if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
That's true. That is true, Sarge. Alrighty, wrapping bales. Let's go.
One of the Russian program is cheaper than NASA's.
I don't know. No idea. And, you know, if it weren't for these other companies now, SpaceX and Blue and all the other ones, we would be super excited to see them drop a capsule into a pool. You know? Actually, we probably wouldn't be, because a lot of us probably wouldn't be into space like we are. I'm one of them. I probably wouldn't be into space near like I am right now due to, it's all because of SpaceX, you know? Let's be real. The stuff they're doing is so cool and exciting, and it's hard not to get excited about it, you know? So, that's my thought anyway. That's my thought.
Great copy and pasta.
All right, boys. Hate to do this again, but I will be back.
Sound resumed. Sound resumed.
Chat, I gotta run the house again. I'll be back. I'm sorry.